Let me send it.
Yeah. Like, I don't get it.
What do you don't get, Dan?
He's the one person that does everything right. You know? It's like, you don't get mad at him for like one person who none of us barely even know. I mean, I've only heard about this.
I don't know her at all. I don't talk to her.
Past 2 days.
To me, she sounds like a complete. Not continuing on that.
She's on a power trip. She was on a power trip. This is what it was.
Because he gives her all the power to that group, so she's,
Yeah. Like, don't even like do that unless you know the person.
Yeah, I know. He just, I don't know. Like I told you, he's kind of like not.
If I was admin, which I'm not saying that I will ever become because that's too much responsibility, and I have grandparents that I have to follow and stuff like that.
I'm not going to be.
But like, if I was that way, I wouldn't. If I was like head admin, I wouldn't do anything. I would run everything past Joe before I did a decision, because he would probably know what's best for the groups and stuff. You know.
That's why I don't want to be in these groups, but you force me into them because all they are drama, and I'm trying to get away from it. No, I want you to be in the group. I want you to.
Because you're with me.
Yeah, but it's all the drama shit. No way. Heck, yeah, it's all the shit it's been. It's drama. But then I special delivery. Oh, I'm about to open the door. What did I do? I was about to open the door. Oh, you got Come on, Harrison. Hi. You want to come with me? Go downstairs. Okay, come on. Come on. Everyone's full of lucky. Ready? Hold Mama. Hold me. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Woo! I'm dropping you. Woo! Yay! Okay. Hold on. Watch out. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. See?
How's the baby feeling?
He's feeling a lot better. He's right here if you want to say hi.
Hi.
Say hi, Darren.
Hi, Darren. That's us.
Aww.
Yeah, he's talking good now. All right, come on, Harrison. I'll see you later, Darren. I hope you're having a good day.
I am.
Come on. You're welcome. Come on.
All right.
Let's go.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Aww. That's... Come on, man. Yeah, I'm just keeping.
Got to talk to family, I'm guessing.
I just asked how the baby was.
Oh, it's alright. I don't care.
God, oh well, I'll eat it anyway.
Hey Siri, read notifications.
You have notifications from Messenger. God of Chaos and Destruction, the first seat admin to Karma Duelist. He keeps claiming he made this chat group when I was the one to make it. Hannah, the head admin to Karma Duelist. Exactly. Gangster of Games to Team Metaforce, The Dark Kingdom. Saya guys. Joseph Lewis to Team Metaforce, be with you. Bye guys. God of Chaos and Destruction, the first seat admin to Karma Duelist. Is that Edward Grubb? That is why Joe got involved. Kenny Green to Admin's Lounge. At William Clarence Adams, add me to the group.
Darn it.
God of Chaos and Destruction, the first seat admin to Karma Duelist. Not as well as he has been telling you guys. And admin to Karma Duelist.
Are you wanting me to stop this now, please?
Not me or Matthew. Matthew has his own nickname to God of Chaos and Destruction, the group owner. God of Chaos and Destruction, the group owner to Karma Duelist.
I didn't feel good today. That's the reason why I didn't go.
That's all.
That is so bullshit.
That's why I don't like the groups.
That is. I'm only in there because Joe is so nice. The rest of the people kiss my ass, to be honest. You know.
That's why I didn't want to be in them.
I'm with them because Joe's in there. Joe's like the only person.
You don't know, so there's no need to be in there.
Hold on.
I'm saving leftovers.
Hold on. I'm dealing with this.
What?
I'm dealing with this. This is crap.
Okay.
I'm dealing.
What? Just get out of it.
No, I'm talking to Joe about it on a PM because I don't want other people.
I don't think he's really minding. Did he just kill it? He just killed it. Okay. He killed it. October 25th is when it started. It died in February 23, 2018. But it died. Didn't last that long, but okay.
Yeah, I'm
waiting on it. Never mind.
Joe. Don't give up. You gotta fight for
then he's not wanting to play
You
for
gotta
it.
fight for your group, man. Don't give up.
Hey, it's he doesn't want to go into it anymore. Trust me, we already talked about all that.
I'm just saying.
Please don't trust me. He wants to move on. He wants to find a girlfriend. He wants to get married, have kids. He don't want to get stuck between those anymore. He's already talked about it on there. I've been looking around.
I didn't see it, so I'm just asking.
That's what I'm saying. He's probably just tired of it now. He's wanted to have a life. Which I understand. I would like to send in.
I've thought so many times tonight, honey.
Huh?
You. I mean, I just kept myself in none of those groups because
What do you do?
he's fought so many times. This is not even funny.
He's just tired of it.
I know.
Trust me, I've been into it. The whole conversation. I get them all the time. Every one of them that they comment, I get it.
Yeah.
Are you still staying in the group still?
No, I'm talking to him because if I talked to him with the groups, they would kick me out.
Get my hit down. Listen. He's been thinking about, that's the reason why he's been doing those votes. He don't take responsibilities anymore. He wants to have a life. He wants to have a girlfriend and go on dates and maybe have kids, and he's starting to want to grow up. Is what he's doing. He's ready to move on. He's ready to be out in real life. Like he's ready to
That's
grow up.
hard when you can't kind of.
Well, no, it's not. It's easy. We're doing it too. You're doing it. You have a girlfriend. Go to
Yeah, but it's kind of harder for Joe because
Why? He's got the same disabilities we do. I think as much as he can. He can work and have a girlfriend and have kids and that.
oh,
I'm hoping that.
I just thought he had to deal with his grandmother and stuff like that.
No.
That's what I meant by that.
No. I'm sure they want him to do stuff too, but like not be stuck on a computer all day.
Yeah. But I have an excuse. I can't go out.
Right. But you do have no excuse. When they get married, there ain't gonna be much on the computer. Like you do. We're gonna do stuff. Go outside. Go to the park. Go see family. Be with our friends. If you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh with Kevin, you can do that in our house together in person. The guys got this computer and all his Wi-Fi and take over your world. You have real people that can actually talk to.
But I'm still gonna be friends with Joe.
Well, yeah, you can still stay friends with them. Maybe we become good friends with them. Like I said, me and you can go visit him. He'll be married with kids, and we'll be married with kids. Our kids can be friends. You know what I mean? You can do that. Even though he lives in a different country or a different state. I know people are friends with different people in different states. Different countries. Courtney's friends with 5 people that live in New York, not New York, England. Well, she's friends with them. It was one of the couple, her friend that was married, and him and his wife wanted Courtney to go to England, and they were gonna pay for her.
Yeah.
And we want us someday. But Joe, she lives in New York.
I mean,
I'll stay here with you. If we ever get one. I'm sure it will.
here's the thing.
But I'm just saying what Joe said, okay? You don't want to be stuck with people all his life.
I know, but
He wants to do other things, like live his life. You only get so much life, Darren. You gotta sit in the computer all your life and just do that for the rest of your life until you die. I don't want to. I like to do other things. And that's what he wants. He wants to grow up and become a man and have a family. It's what he wants. He wants to have kids someday. Teach his kids play Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that. You know what I mean? You want that too? You want that too, don't you? Don't you? I guess you don't.
yes, I do. Sorry, I'm typing.
So does Joe, okay?
You know, I mean, it's one thing to do this to where, you know, and I'm still going to be a member. I'm going to still be a member of my own group. This is
Yeah,
my
you can stay in your own group.
this is my group. I'm not going to, you know,
It's fine, dude.
I'm going to fight for my own group. I can't, you know.
No one would take over your group. Yeah. The only reason I only had the opportunity to have that group, I still made her that group into that group. That's why.
Yeah.
Now, if you take it onto the same day, I have the same problem.
As far as the other group goes, I'm not going to talk to them
Mm-mm.
because
I'm getting out of them.
what?
I'm getting out of all those groups, but ours.
And add Joe back. I don't fucking care.
Darren, I told you. I'm not listening to me.
Yeah.
He should tell you. He wants to stay away from Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while. He wants a girlfriend. He's alone. I get it. He's alone. He wants a girlfriend. Didn't you want a girlfriend one time in your lifetime?
Yeah.
Exactly. Let him do that. Okay? Let him do that.
Stay in the groups, but
I'm not saying in all the groups. We're not having those people. I only say them because you and Joe and all. But that's it.
stay in them because of me. I mean, I'm gonna.
I don't say them all of them. No way. I don't like them. I like Yu-Gi-Oh, but this is not what Yu-Gi-Oh is about. I don't want my drama. High school crap.
Just stay in ours.
I am.
If they have a problem with that,
Well,
let them. Add Joe back.
oh my god, dude. I don't want to. Get Wilson to do it. He will ask you to come back in here when he wants to. But right now you don't.
Hey Siri, read notifications.
I have notifications from Messenger. Judge Dredd to Karma Duelist. I don't know, dude. Joseph Lewis. Thanks. CT Crashing Carol to Team Metaforce. Yay, ordering all my stuff and WTS. Hatron 8 p.m. At admin to Karma Duelist. https://m.facebook.com/groups/20504-018-418-97082. Hannah the head admin to Karma Duelist. Join guys. Judge Dredd to Karma Duelist. What at Matthew Long what I to do to you sweet me like this man? Hannah the head admin to Karma Duelist. At Richard Jr. Junior Flores, you're fine. You're staying. Hannah the head admin to Karma Duelist. Richard, you aren't getting removed. God of Chaos and Destruction the group owner to Karma Duelist. I meant as a general new rule. Hannah the head admin changed the group photo. That's all I have.
Power hungry bitch.
I don't want to do it. I don't like it. What happened to those people?
I'm just telling them. To those of you that don't know, I have a friend named Corey who does prayers.
Darren, you're gonna actually stay in those stupid groups?
This is mine.
Okay.
I'm not giving it up.
Mm.
He made it for me. I'm not giving it up.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you don't need to be in the other groups.
Till they come to their senses.
No.
Okay, please.
What? Darren, all they are is drama. I don't want drama anymore. I don't. That's all I did with in high school.
I'm just letting them know about Corey's prayers.
Well, that, but those people don't need to know anything. Those people are messed up in the morning.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, I have a friend named Corey that does prayers. Every now and again, we do Facebook Live prayers. And I'm gonna post them to this group. If you guys want to comment or leave a prayer request, you guys can. the heck?
Did you say bye to Kelsey, by the way?
Yeah, I gave her like a big hug.
Mm-hmm. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, like, why?
That's what life's about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what goes to have new friends and old friends and Hey, Aaron finally sent like a screenshot of what Amanda Kay said. And
Yeah.
I think Amanda Salinas.
What happened?
You know how Amanda was asking her if she said this to Aaron and that Aaron?
Yeah.
And how you and me kept warning her that Amanda was lying.
Yeah.
But it's true.
She's lying?
Yeah. Amanda always lies. I know her by heart. Amanda Salinas didn't want to believe it. But Aaron sent me. I told him if you send a screenshot, I'll send it to Amanda Salinas. So, yeah, get that all straightened up. So now Aaron and Amanda Salinas are talking now.
Okay, that's good for her. That's good for them.
Yep. Okay.
This is ridiculous. We do this for fun, not for drama and shit.
Yep. Do you think they believe that? No.
Idiots. Not Joe.
I know what you mean.
Not Joe.
I know. Joe is not an idiot. Joe is just trying to enjoy his lifetime. You know, he is getting up in age. He's wanting to find a family of his own. And a lot of people, I'm sure, do. I'm sure Kevin's going to want that one time, too.
I'm just going to ask him.
Up to his mind and say, I want a girlfriend and I want to have kids and all this stuff. Well, you know, he might not say so, but I think Kevin's going to come one day and say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just asking him, like, what's he get? Like, I'm not even, like, forcing him to, but I'm just going to be like, so what now? What do you want to do?
He killed Metaphor. He said October 25th, that's when he started the join of the group. And then today is when it died. So he pretty much killed the Metaphor.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And it's kind of funny though, because like he has like it's
Rip. Yeah, rip.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one that started the group, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
Well,
really.
He's the big main guy. Yeah.
Really?
What?
You add someone that you don't know.
Who did I add? Who?
Hannah.
Who added that?
Joe added her. Really? You add someone that you don't know, and then you.
Oh, he added her because he was trying to explain to her about something. Because he was saying on the group that please don't like delete us or whatever. He was trying to like keep us because he helped or something. He was saying that he helped you pick up your group or whatever. But she got out. She's not in there.
She got out?
Yeah, she got out. She dropped that group. Which I'm glad because I really don't care.
She's out out of the groups for good?
Not all of them, no. Ours, she got out of the group.
Thank God.
Yeah, she didn't stay in our group for long. This could be a fun game to play. It's like probably gonna be the hardest game because I don't know how to play it. I love Darren too much.
How do you spell ruined?
I'm not really sure.
Ruined. Yes, we're still family, but I'm
Oh yeah, but
what?
what?
She what?
Huh?
She deleted the group.
What she do?
She deleted the group, idiot.
What group?
Sorry, I'm still trying to. Still trying to.
It's how I'm pretty. Yeah, you know. I'll be back.
Is Hannah listening? Is Hannah listening?
Stuff things you all.
I'm gonna add Joe back to my group. If anyone has a problem with that, bring it up with me. No one tell her. Because Joe's our family. You don't betray your family like this.
I love you.
Idiots.
The time that guy sent the phone and I'm like, nice, Joe, nice phone. He's like, that's not my phone. Well, get tired about it. That's not my phone. That was funny. Like, you all like, oh, hey, nice phone, Joe. How much was that? And it wasn't mine. I didn't even buy that phone.
Hannah wrecked our group, so we're striking out on our own. Joe, if you want to add people that aren't a part of Hannah's regime, go ahead. To this group, go ahead. Jeez, she can't do anything about it.
No, she can't. She's not helping.
Hey Siri, read notifications.
You have notifications from Facebook, Messenger, and YouTube. You have one notification from Facebook. Jamie Rice shared Max Nautilev's post. Would you like to hear the rest?
Yes.
You have 8 notifications from Messenger. Eugene Moodle, King of Game. Team Metaforce. Dark Kingdom will always be your group. Hannah, the head admin to Karma Duelist. Thanks. Joseph. Okay. Cheering Megaphone. Gangster of Games. Mentioned you in Team Metaforce, the Dark Kingdom. Thanks, Darren Kowalewski. God of Death to Karma Duelist. Why was Dylan removed from the group? God of Chaos and Destruction, the group owner to Karma Duelist. Hero complex issues from mine and his past. Antonio set his own nickname to Zane. Would you like to hear the entire list?
Yes.
He loved the group. You don't stay in the groups much.
Yeah.
That kid, how many times Joe has added him and he left?
Yeah.
5 to 6 times he added that guy and he left it.
List. Why was Dylan removed from the group? God of Chaos and Destruction, the group owner to Karma Duelist. Hero complex issues from mine and his past. Antonio set his own nickname to Zane. Would you like to hear the entire
They all the names. That's funny because all this black one down.
roundtable? Lars impersonates Pink Diamond on Homeworld? Fan theories. Crystal clear IRL. That's all.
One rule. No one add Hannah because I don't want this group shut down. This is our group. She can't change anything about it. Understand?
Well, she won't because she's never told that she won't do that. She's not even in that school. She just gets out of it. She knows it's out of it. Joe told her not to touch it. And if she did, he will make sure that something happened to her. That Mason.
Yeah, pretty much.
He won't like it at all. Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed. Like, Ty, what? Tell. Like, that's weird. I'm pissed. You know, like, that's really weird. I'm pissed that someone tried to do that.
Well,
You know, this is his baby, basically.
you know. You know, I'm stuck in a wall.
What, have you been stuck in a wall?
My mom, she sounds like she's stuck in a wall.
Do you ever watch Bob's Burgers?
Huh?
You ever watch Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you ever see the episode? Okay, Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, that's that one show. It's like
Bob's Burgers is owned by Adult Swim and something else. I'm not really sure what it is, so don't copyright us for talking about it. But did you ever see the episode where he gets stuck in the wall?
Oh, yeah.
He kind of goes nuts.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I had to deal with stuff from like what was it?
It's fun doing that. Okay, well, I had 2 cups of coffee from Tim Hortons and doing Stranger Things got one of the Chipmunk for the next Chipmunk movies, so that's all.
No, explain what happened with Hannah too.
I'm not gonna explain that in this group. Let's just not worry about what happened, okay?
Okay.
Someone was
With the group. Well, you have to now. You're not, but I will.
You can do whatever you want. I just want to get Joe upset, okay? He's already upset as this, and he gets a
Hannah basically kicked Joe out of all the groups. So I let him back into mine. Because she can't do shit about it unless someone adds her. And I already put the rule in place. No one adds Hannah because she's a dictator. She's a bitch, and no one needs that in this group.
She just crazy.
Sorry, I had. This makes me mad. This makes me mad.
Oh, Chipmunk thing.
Seriously, this makes me so upset.
I know, Darren. It upsets me too, but they're not worth it because they're not worth anything to me. You want to be like that, then gotta be like that.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead and start it.
Yep, there's, ma'am.
All right. Oh, and the Siri thing you heard is owned by Apple, so don't copyright us for that either, because I needed to deal with that. And the only way for me to do that is to hear the conversation myself.
He just has a really good friend that we know, and he was just, taking his side, which you should do when you have a good friend like that. So, pretty much, I would do the same with my good friends that I know. Hold on, Dan. Sorry. Hold on. I'll set it. I know you like me to set.
You added it to the stream, right?
Huh?
You added it to the stream, right?
Yes.
Hello and welcome to another Toonami pre-flight. Hopefully you enjoyed our live Q&A episode last week. I know we did.
Sure did.
Today we're going to be talking Interstellar 555555, and then a little known fact about Jason. Would you scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least, what would your general fandom of the musical genre be?
1. What about yours?
4, 3.5.
You like a musical?
There are some that I don't out of hand hate all musicals the way I feel like you do, but generally I'm not super excited for a musical.
What's the last musical you saw that was new?
I took my mom to see The Lion King in the theater. Musical theater.
No, a new one, a new musical.
Oh, I don't know.
Like musical film, which is what we're talking about.
I guess Gone Baby Gone.
Gone Baby.
I mean,
I was like, La La Land?
no. Gone Baby. The baby, whatever the fuck the
What the fuck are you talking about?
movie that just came out. That's
Gone Baby? Baby Driver?
Baby Driver.
They're laughing at you because that's
That's
not
fine.
a musical.
Yeah.
Number 1. Number 2, the name. It just had baby in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, a musical where people are singing, where characters are singing. I guess that's another thing to define is if, to me, it's a musical when characters start bursting into song, or if like the whole thing is music. Baby Driver is just a car chase movie with some songs in it. That's not really a musical. There's plenty of dialogue. And what's the last musical? Not a musical
I don't
like
know.
The Lion King.
Love
They
Lion
don't.
King.
Did you see La La Land, which is probably the most recent big musical?
I didn't see it in the theater.
Did you see it though?
Oh yeah, I thought you were saying what movie did you see in the theater?
Jesus. Did you enjoy La La Land?
Not really.
Okay, yeah, let's just move on. So let's start by talking about a musical I do like, Interstellar 5555. This was Daft Punk's collaboration with Leiji Matsumoto, the legendary creator of such classic anime as Space Battleship Yamato, aka Star Blazers, Galaxy Express 999, etc., etc. It goes on and on and on. He's the man. He was really an influential 70s anime presence, and his designs are pretty iconic and super 70s. Like, he influenced so much of 70s anime that a lot of other 70s anime sort of looks like his style. So I don't know the backstory of how they ended up working with him. Do you?
They went to Japan to
Yeah.
seek him out.
Yeah, I
because
knew they were
such fans.
Yeah, they were big fans of his.
And that's one of the meetings that they had, and he was like, "Yeah, all right, cool."
So I guess they knew they were putting out their album, and they thought it would be really cool to have all the music videos done by Leiji Matsumoto, and then somewhere along the way they ended up just deciding to put them all together as a movie. So it's like an hour. It's the length of the album, so it's like an hour long, but it tells a full story. There's no dialogue or anything like that. It's all just told through visuals and music. And maybe that's why I like it, because it's not like someone's talking and then all of a sudden they start.
Yeah,
They
Elvis
turn to
doesn't
their left
break
and be
into
like,
song.
"What's gonna happen now?" You know, that kind of stuff that I just can't stand. But it looks gorgeous. I wish there would be an HD remaster of it, but I guess the rights are somewhat up in the air because you can't stream it, and you legally, and you have to you have to have like an old DVD to be able to really watch it legally, which just seems weird considering how popular Daft Punk is. But I also know deals with Japanese studios are very complicated, so I'm sure it's a rights issue. So we have a bit of a history, we being Toonami have a bit of a history with this movie because early on in the Toonami days, we were planning for our music video. What did we call it?
The Midnight Run Special Edition.
Midnight Run Special Edition. The reason that came together was twofold. One, we had the Gorillas reach out to us and said, do you want to show our videos and premiere our newest one, our third video? And at the same time, weirdly, Daft Punk reached out to us, and they were nowhere near as big as they are now. This is right before Discovery came out, which was a classic record. And
You think it's fair to say we broke them as an international artist?
It didn't hurt. So they had not quite released Discovery yet, or they had just released it, and the singles were starting to pop off. So they were starting to get bigger already, but they weren't quite anywhere near where they are now. And they had a couple videos from Interstellar 5555, and they wanted to premiere 2 of them with us. So between that and the Gorillas, we thought, well, between those 2 things and a couple other things we could throw together, we might make a whole music video special. And that's how that came together. Sorry, someone just opened the door to the studio. So that's how that came together. And if you don't believe us, we have audio-visual proof in here are some commercials Daft Punk did for us through their record label that we ran the night of the Midnight Run Special Edition. Here's one of them.
Daft Punk. Check out our new animated music videos on Toonami.com.
So we.
I don't know if that's irrefutable proof, but it definitely.
That's how I heard Faster, Stronger for the first time.
Yeah.
So
I think they premiered that on there.
and then we premiered these.
Oh my god.
For years, many people have told us it was their first exposure to Daft Punk. So while Gil was joking and being an asshole, I actually do think we helped expose Daft Punk to an audience they had not yet reached.
Yeah.
And gave their music videos a proper home on a place that shows anime.
I do find it ironic that so many people remember that night so fondly, and then when we show music videos now, so many people are like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah, that's the great dichotomy of nostalgia. I would just say they were young enough to their brains were still elastic enough to be able to appreciate something that they weren't planning for. And when you're older, you're like, I didn't tune in for this. You know, I think that's sort of a little bit. But hopefully, we're always going to show music videos. So why don't we check out one of the videos from Interstellar 5555? You could really take any song there's a video for, or just watch them all together, and they're all great. They all weirdly tell self-contained little stories, so the video is almost a self-contained story. You could watch the video and not necessarily worry about what's going on, but then if you watch the whole movie, there's definitely a very clear arc. It's about
I think we showed the first 4, and there's what, 12, 10?
10, I think. So it's the story is about a band called the Crescendolls, who are an intergalactic sort of band for a happy planet that are kidnapped by an evil race who want to force them to make music for them.
Yeah, they're playing a show, and as they leave, they
get kidnapped. And so they get forced to play for this other alien race, and then they escape. So it's a pretty simple story, but it's really well told, and I think helps illustrate why musicals are dumb in a weird way, because you don't really even need a plot. Like no one has to sing what's going on. Like you don't have to have any words. You could just have visuals and music. And if there were more musicals like that, I'd be cool. But
feature-length narrative music videos is the genre you're more looking for.
It's more interesting than I stubbed my toe, now I'm going to sing a fucking song about it, which doesn't happen.
That's one of my favorite musicals.
I'm sure it would be. So let's check out one of the videos from Interstellar 5555.
One more time.
Is this a Daft Punk anime? screen to
Huh?
send a
That's
copy
the
of the
trailer,
Toonami
which
screen
I
to the
think
group.
shows minimal effort on the part of
What?
Send a copy of the Toonami screen to the group.
Oh, okay.
whoever cut the trailer.
Oh.
It's
We've got the
basically
first
just-
video. Okay, well, take it from
Yeah.
57 seconds in and go for 45.
I don't know how popular. I mean, I know how popular the album was. It was a massive hit, but I don't know how popular the movie was when it was released on video. I think it was almost sort of an afterthought, which is crazy because
Yeah, how much money,
I mean,
time, and
that's
effort.
Daft Punk. They can get people to spend money, but it's crazy to me that to this day, no one's attempted anything like that since. Like they just did this thing no one's ever done really,
Yeah.
and no one else has done it since.
I mean, it was,
Maybe
I think it
Gorillaz.
was $3 or $4 million production money, and whatever,
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. I mean, it was 2 years after we showed the first couple videos that the full movie came out.
Yeah.
So,
I think he probably only intended to do a couple videos and then he just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Wanted to take it all the way through, and they certainly weren't going to say no. So thanks to Daft Punk and Leiji Matsumoto for that amazing movie. I think it's a classic, like the album.
yeah, and Galaxy Express 999 is not remastered either. I don't know if it's something about.
I mean, a lot of his older work, some of it is and some of it isn't, but most of it isn't. Most of any old
yeah,
80s or pre-80s anime isn't. You can find a lot of he did so much work that you can find some of it, various places, but a lot of it is still not, and the Galaxy Express 999 movies aren't legally available. Like it's
You
just
can
crazy.
watch stuff straight for him.
But he's a legend. And if you haven't seen his work and you want to check out what he looked like in the 70s, I think it's worth doing. He's probably the reason Toonami exists. Star Blazers.
yeah, as a formation for.
One of the reasons, yeah. So moving on to our subject for the day, what's your least favorite? We originally said movie musical, but now it just says musical. So, as always, we focused on movies, not actual musicals.
Yeah,
And I think most people that respond with movies.
Out.
Um,
I think 152 episodes in, people get that it's going to be a movie.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off with legitimately a terrible movie by any metric. Even people that love musicals thought this was a bag of shit. I think it's hilarious and bad in a way that makes me laugh because it's such a ill-fated, like I can't fathom how on any level
Yeah, that it got out of the lunch meeting of dreaming it up.
that anyone involved thought it was a good idea boggles my fucking mind, and the money that was spent on it. But I'm talking about Rock of Ages, which is the musical that Tom Cruise starred in and repurposes well-known classic rock and 80s rock songs and basically tells the story of a musical asshole. It features Alec Baldwin with a long-haired wig.
I mean, I think it's that all those actors were like, oh yeah, I wonder what I look like with long hair.
I think they all thought it would be funny, but it's like a rock musical made by people who don't give a fuck about rock and never did, with absolutely zero level of authenticity, trying to turn it into the typical musical song and dance thing, which is the opposite of what rock was originally, supposed to be. And so it's like all the worst impulses that I hate about musicals. This is what they ultimately turn good shit into if you're not careful. So let's check out the trailer, I believe, for Rock of Ages.
Oh my god. Rock of Ages. Send a copy of this.
You want to send it to the group?
Yeah.
Start drinking now.
Now go.
Your first album gave birth to some of rock's greatest anthems. What's it like to be the Stacey Jacks?
Stacey, you made it. Hey, man. Not this. Hey, man. Hey, man. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Stacey Jacks. You're a singer, and you have real talent.
acting stage is a pedestal. When you're up there, you're untouchable. This club is totally out of control.
Our whole existence is riding on Stacy Jacks. We're gonna shut them down. Oh my god, I just threw up. Where? In my pants.
Is that
You want love? Go after it.
You want to say something?
is that Jack Black?
What?
Is that Jack Black?
Who, him?
No. Who's in the movie?
I'm not sure.
I swore I heard.
Probably.
If you want to get respect, you have to take that stage.
Light this place on fire.
Dead or alive. Bon fucking Jovi. Dude. And I know I just cussed, I'm sorry.
Good old Adam Shankman.
Yeah.
Churning out the hits. So I think that one speaks for itself. You may be watching that and thinking, well, that seems fun.
It's not.
You're stupid, if that's what you're thinking. Next up,
Just not bad enough to be a fun.
I mean, yeah, just
Yeah,
just
like
bad
it's-
enough to be a
And
total
it's
waste
long.
of time.
Like it's not.
No, it's a long movie.
It's not like 82 minutes
Yeah.
long.
I heard Tom Cruise did all of his own singing and practice for 3 months, 4 hours a day with
Well, he's a
vocal
professional.
coach.
He's a
Still
cruiser.
vocal coach. I mean, I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort to put in to this bag of shit. Like that's a lot of commitment.
Well, he signed the deal. He's
Well,
going
he got
gonna go
$20
on.
either way, yeah. Next up is a movie that won Best Picture, which boggles my fucking mind, and was The Toast of the Town when it came out way back in, I think, 2002. But weirdly, since it's not a movie anyone ever talks about, so I think it's one of those Best Picture winners
I'm gonna
that
use that for now.
sort of everybody gets caught up in the moment.
Shakespeare in Love, perhaps.
Shakespeare in Love would be a perfect example. Everyone gets caught up in the moment and then forgets that it ever existed.
What?
No, I'm gonna
Never
make
see anyone
Jones.
doing retrospective.
Use what?
about this.
I can't hear you.
I'm talking
What?
about
What?
2002's
Use
Chicago.
what?
He said this is gonna boggle, however he said it.
Which boggles my fucking mind.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
Don't use it on Facebook. 'Cause
No, and my own life, dude. You know, like something funny to say with your friends, like Amanda Salinas or something.
No,
Or with moving around with Kevin or something.
tell them I left them back.
Huh?
Tell John Quill I let Joe back in.
Oh, I'm not gonna get to do that because I don't know how to look this up. I just let us take it up.
No, don't.
Let me think this. That's a great thing.
Huh?
Don't do it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm still trying to type.
Oh.
Sorry, I had to because I'm still pissed.
Ready? Look out.
Really, Darren?
Yes. She ruined his baby for her.
I know, but I just.
You pissed me. Of course. Oh. Okay, now keep going.
Okay.
Sure.
Well done, Sean.
The only thing I could say about this movie that I like is that John C. Reilly's in it, and he can actually carry a tune.
Yeah.
Which we've
Surprising.
he carried through to Walk Hard, a much superior musical.
That movie's great.
That's a good musical. So Chicago tells the story of 20s jazz era vaudeville singers, and it's basically two women who are accused of murdering their boyfriends, and they decide to team up together to do a vaudeville act.
Creepy.
And I believe Richard Gere is the
What?
husband portrayed
Creepy.
by one of them. It's Renee Zellweger,
Chicago?
Richard Gere, three people that I
What?
don't really care about.
Never see Chicago?
And
I think I
they're
have
all
one.
singing and dancing like a bunch of assholes. So let's check out the trailer for this. Was a really
Like a bunch of assholes.
Funny.
of all time. It was started in the 70s,
Sorry, but
choreographed
You
by
might
Bob
hear, like,
Fosse, the legend. It then
Oh, here,
went.
hold on.
It ended
Yeah,
after
yeah.
like 600 shows, which is not considered a great run.
I don't know.
And then it was revived in the
But I
80s
just have-
and
I
has
just seen
been
it
since
over
then the
today.
longest running musical of all time.
Because it's
Like,
only 4 bucks.
It's just
Those
a
two.
constant thing people go see. So turning it into a movie was evidently a huge, scary
Darren
thing.
and I
It was a
watched
very
it, so-
popular musical. They had to cut a bunch of numbers to make it shorter and to make it play at the
Oh, you got a
running
headache
time
or
they were looking for, which still felt way too long to me. But
take a Tylenol, Mom, or something.
Miramax's power,
Huh?
so this is right around Shakespeare in Love.
Tell her to take a Tylenol.
We got more
Showing his
trending.
genitals to actresses and then blackmailing people into making bullshit movies Best Picture winners. So
Is that all right,
Miramax film,
Darren? Yeah.
which makes me even more glad I never liked it. So let's check out the trailer. In case you've seen it, I bet you don't remember just how like it is. Let's check it out.
A flash of leg. The taste of temptation. The smell of corruption. And things that go wrong. In the night.
Your hair under your buckle shoes and all that jazz.
Thelma has it.
I'm on a brand new start to do that jazz.
Roxy wants it.
All my life, I wanted to have my own act.
That's great. We'll be in touch.
You know, I'm not quite finished yet.
Face it, Roxy, you ain't never gonna have an act.
You got connections.
I would have said anything to get a piece of that. What you need is Billy Clinton.
He's never lost a case.
Billy can fix it.
My client feels that it was the combination of liquor and jazz which led to the downfall.
Hey, Mama.
You're the Velma Kelly. I was there the night that you got arrested.
Yeah, you and half of Chicago. You couldn't buy that kind of publicity.
But in a city where everyone loves a legend, there's only room for one.
You listen, Bryce. Keep your paws off my lawyer.
sweetest little jazz killer ever to hit Chicago.
That's the angle I'm after.
You were in the paper today, too. In the back, with the obituaries. They love me.
There might be a lot more if you're at Hain. You know why? Because there's some more papers.
That's Chicago. That's Lee Jones. And Richard Gere.
Are you guilty or not guilty?
Don't you want to take my picture?
Good night, folks.
Gotcha.
Chicago.
Man, they straight up baited John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
He's in that movie. He's got a pretty decent sized part, and they didn't show him at all.
They don't even list him. Like, there's not even a page of.
Even old Tay Diggs gets at least a little moment in the spotlight.
I guess they're like, no, well, you just sit there.
Shh.
Shake your giant head.
You're not. Yeah, you're. Keep your big schnoz out of this. But yeah, a very popular movie at the time. I don't know if it's very popular now, but certainly one of the most lauded musicals of all time. And then finally, speaking of the most lauded musicals of all time, I think this one speaks for itself. So I think we can just cut right to the clip without showing the graphic, and just when I point at the camera, we'll just start this trailer, and I think it speaks for itself. You ready?
Damn! God. I have to put it on the list.
What?
This fucking movie.
Okay, Darren, watch him out.
Oh my god, no! I love this movie.
I think he's on a roll today.
I'm sorry, I'm.
That's funny.
I get sweary, so shit.
He keeps on going.
Sorry.
That's funny.
Okay, sorry. But with all seriousness, I do love this movie.
It's one of my
I
favorites.
do love it. And I do love the part in 2 where it's like, deception. Like, not one of us is probably like the best in 2. Disney, please don't copyright us for talking about your movie. So, yeah. But, this probably has to be the best. This probably has to, like, this is my childhood right here.
It's mine too, Dan.
This is my childhood right here.
It's mine too.
Put Lion King on Netflix.
You need to.
Anyway, keep going.
Yes, babe.
We are all connected in the great circle of life. Walt Disney Pictures presents its all-new 30-second, full-length animated motion picture, The Lion King. He was born to rule.
This'll all be mine?
Everything the light touches, but a shadow lies over the kingdom. I will be king.
I don't know something. I've never actually seen the trailer for this.
Never return.
What?
I've actually never seen the trailer for that movie.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I have either, because when I was little, I was too little for it.
Anyway, keep going.
Okay.
Hey, kid, what's in you?
I don't want to talk about it.
He looks blue. I'd say brownish gold.
No. I mean, he's depressed.
Anything we can do?
Not unless you can change the past.
He grew up hoping to leave his old life behind. I know who you are. You're Mufasa's boy.
You're the king.
King? Have you got your lions crossed? You know my father?
Correction. I know your father.
He died a long time ago.
Not wrong again.
He's alive. I'll show him to you. Father, you are my son, and the one true king. You see, he lives in you. You must take your place in the circle of life.
Simba!
It's a legendary tale filled with excitement, plus dozens of wonderful new characters.
Why do I always have to save you?
And featuring original music and songs by Grammy winner Elton John and Academy Award winner Tim Rice. This summer, Walt Disney Pictures presents an entertainment event you'll never forget.
So, The Lion King.
Did your daughter like
At
The Lion
one
King, or
time,
was-
oh, she loves The Lion King. At one time, the most successful animated film of all time. The Lion King had humble roots. It started as a side project for the B team of Disney animators, while the A team worked on Pocahontas. And the B team, because they were in development at the same time, the B team, and this was the first Disney animated film to come from an original screenplay. So they thought this would be sort of some bullshit like side thing, and the A team of Pocahontas animators made fun of the B team of Lion King animators because they were like, "You're a bullshit movie," because they thought Pocahontas was going to be the big hit, and Pocahontas
No,
did
but
fine, but
Lion
nowhere
King
near as
ended
good
up
as the
being
Lion
the
King.
hit.
So they showed them.
Yeah.
I have always hated this movie because I don't like the music. Is the number one reason. I hate Elton John, and I think his music is terrible, and it takes me out of the movie. Also,
what about Tiny Dancer?
I don't care
also
about
the
the
fact
music.
that
It is
it
like,
completely rips off its whole story from Kimba the White Lion, an anime from 20 years before. Although all the creators involved still
Lion
deny,
King's a good movie, dude.
but they had to. There's never been officially
I
decided
grew
why
up
there
with
wasn't a
Lion King,
lawsuit,
so-
but everyone assumes that Disney paid off the original Kimba the White Lion
Yes.
creators.
Inspired.
Yeah, it's heavily inspired by. So a fun movie, but in classic Disney fan fashion, it became this giant thing that I can't wrap my head around. Kind of like Frozen, but with worse music to me.
You like the music in Frozen better than The Lion King, you're saying?
Yes, I don't really like either one, but
Right.
I prefer.
As a degree of
If I had to choose, I would choose music from Frozen over the music from The Lion King. I hate the,
Let It Go is
Yes,
greater than
yes.
Circle of Life.
I have-
Your
I hate
Circle of Hell.
I hate that 90s, let's go to Africa and get a bunch of musicians and do Paul Simon's Graceland thing
Right.
that was going on. Like, that bothers me. Elton John bothers me. What's his face? Rice, his lyrics always bother me. So, like, you couldn't design a group of people to make some music that I liked less than those people.
If they had done the music for Chicago, do you think that would have been
then it
worse?
might have taken the. Yeah, because jazz era, like, at least this is a cool looking animated
Yeah.
film, and the stories, like, it's a mythic, pretty
Yeah.
broad story, but it's a decent story, and the voice acting's great. Like, Jeremy Irons is great, and James Earl Jones is great. So I put it on here more as a troll because I think people would be surprised that someone who loves animated films would dislike The Lion King. But I don't hate it as much as I hate certain other animated films. I mean, musicals. Certain other musicals.
Fair enough.
So that's it for me.
Cool.
Yo, what do you got? Person who likes musicals more than I do?
First for me is the 1982 smash sequel to Grease, Grease 2.
Nice.
No, I never saw that.
Not having either of the two songwriter choreographers, neither of the two leads. The scriptwriter died, and they hired a new director, and they came out with Grease 2, which evidently, what's his face, who plays the English guy, wanted to be called Son of Grease, which I would have liked.
Son of Grease
A
would
lot
be the
better.
shit.
This is basically the exact same. I don't love Grease. I don't hate Grease, but
I don't give a shit about Grease.
it's fine. This movie sucks. And if you're ever in a situation where someone tries to make you watch it, just cut all ties and leave.
Who hurt you, Gil?
Lots of people. You mostly.
Good.
This guy shows up, and Michelle Pfeiffer doesn't really know how to sing or dance, and somehow got cast in this movie.
Somehow. I wonder what the reason would be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because she's fucking Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah. So this is, I think, the opening scene. If not, it's very early on, so you can get a real good taste of the shit sandwich that is Grease 2.
She's late again. Personally, I think that being late demonstrates terrible leadership qualities. Well, I'm not waiting anymore. Here she is. Well, it's gonna be late. Let's go.
Geography and history is just a thing. Biology and chemistry destroys my brain. But don't they know that I deserve a better fate? I'm feeling too young to matriculate. Well, Mama, please. Your child comes down with a baby. Mama, say, come on, you're raising mom and get to walk out of place. Go back.
Oh, that bad.
Senior year, the home stretch. My old man wants me to go to junior college after grad.
Yeah, nerd junior college.
And what are you gonna do, Johnny? Sleep. Nah, I mean, what are you gonna be when you grow up?
A burden on society.
Oh, hello, girl. Ready for a great new year? I love your hair, Miss Mason. Oh, 300 pounds of it. Hello, boys.
Good morning, Miss Mason.
I would really love to see all of you in music appreciation this year, okay?
I'd like to see all of you in music appreciation this year.
Just fine.
Oh, I think I'm in love.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
I think that's
isn't
more.
Isn't that you eat little pieces of shit for breakfast guy as one of the
No,
four
he
guys?
just kind of looks like
It
it.
looks a lot like him.
Yeah, no. It'd be better if he was in it. Next to me is another sequel that should not have been made. I don't dislike Grease, but I don't really love it. But I do like Blues Brothers, and Blues Brothers 2000 is another terrible decision that 20 years after the fact, you decide that despite one of the main leads no longer being alive, that you should take another stab at making Blues Brothers, but make it sort of a shitty family comedy movie with that little turd.
And Joe Morton is like who I not would have. I like Joe Morton fine, but he's like the last person I would be like, we need someone with
We need to break
screaming
into-
with charisma
Right.
to sing and dance.
And
And John Goodman, who I also love, but it's like, what do you think of when you think of John Goodman? Singing and dancing.
He was touring with them
Live.
doing-
He was
yeah.
doing it live, yeah.
and they tried to get James Belushi,
Who, in this situation, is the one with dignity, which blows my fucking
but
mind.
he was doing something else. Probably what's the principal?
Yes. Now, the
Um,
Principal's a movie I can stand up for. Totally fucked up movie.
I don't remember this at all, but when I was looking up the dates, there was a Nintendo 64 Blues Brothers 2000 game that came out 2 years after the movie ate shit. I don't know why you would do that. But here's Aretha Franklin taking the
Slumming.
money and running.
Yeah, just fucking
Bless her
slumming
heart.
it.
And this piece of shit.
Getting the band back together. Man, you can't talk about this stuff here. Matt, she's back from lunch.
Okay. All right. Elwood?
Ma'am?
Sorry to hear about Jake.
Thank you, ma'am.
Who's this?
And my new partner, Mac McTeer.
Please meet you.
Matt, can I speak to you privately?
Sure, baby.
You said when you got out of prison you were going to be all finished with the Blues Brothers.
That's right, I did.
You and I have built up a good business here with the cash from the sale of the coffee shop, and I got us started in this Mercedes dealership. What is the matter with you? And I continue to keep your pathetic friend on, even though he hasn't sold a car in over 2 years.
Yes, you have. And no, he hasn't.
You talk straight with me, Matt Murphy.
I always do.
You treat me with respect at all times.
I do, baby.
You know what I mean when I say respect. Hey, what you want?
Holy crap.
What you need? You know I got it.
This is awesome.
It's fun and respect when you're yeah, baby, when you're high. I don't do wrong while you're gone. I don't do wrong because I don't wanna. All I'm asking is fun and respect when you get home. Hey, baby, when you get.
That was awful.
That was.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
She's incredible to see live, and they actually made Aretha boring, which is quite an achievement.
Yeah, to just suck all the soul out of
the Aretha.
Most
Yeah.
soul. And to give Matt Guitar Murphy more than one line is just mean and poor-spirited to him.
Bananas.
And last for me is Moulin Rouge! Exclamation point, for some reason so great that it is. This is another movie that it didn't do nearly as well as Chicago, but did well, and people loved it.
Yeah. And it started the trend of what do they call it? Found music musicals. Like, I mean, that had been done before, but this movie was a much more popular example. And then Baz Luhrmann moved on to do.
You missed all that.
Yes.
Sorry, Mom wanted a piece
My
of
God, you missed Aretha Franklin and Blues Brothers too.
His idea was.
Oh my God, go back to that.
Undertaking.
Where is it at? I get here.
A classical moment. Taking the money and running.
Go ahead.
Bless her heart.
Go ahead. No, it was right there. Go ahead.
20 years after the fact, you decide that.
Okay, where?
It's there. Go ahead.
Is this good? Oh, okay.
It's good.
That despite one of the main leads no longer being alive, that you should take another stab at making
This
Blues
is
Brothers
hilarious. You will laugh.
family comedy movie with that little turd.
And Joe Morton is like who I not would have. I like Joe Morton fine, but he's like the last person I would be like, we need someone with screaming with charisma to sing and dance. And John Goodman, who I also love, but it's like, what do you think of when you think of John Goodman? Singing and dancing.
He was touring with them
live.
Doing
he was doing it live, yeah.
And they tried to get James Belushi,
who in this situation is the one with dignity, which blows my
but
mind.
he was doing something else. Probably what's the Principal?
Yes. Now, The Principal is a movie I can stand up for. Totally fucked up.
I don't remember this at all, but when I was looking up the dates, there was a Nintendo 64 Blues Brothers 2000 game that came out 2 years after the movie ate shit. I don't know why you would do that. Here's Aretha Franklin taking the money and running.
Yeah, just fucking
bless her heart.
it.
I miss a piece of shit.
I'm getting the band back together. Man, you can't talk about this stuff here. Matt, she's back from lunch.
Okay, all right. Elwood?
Ma'am?
Sorry to hear about Jake.
Thank you, ma'am.
Who's this?
And my new partner, Mac McTeer.
Please meet you.
Matt, can I speak to you privately?
Sure, baby.
You said when you got out of prison you were going to be all finished with the Blues Brothers.
That's right, I did.
You and I have built up a good business here with the cash from the sale of the coffee shop, and I got us started in this Mercedes dealership. What is the matter with you? And I continue to keep your pathetic friend on, even though he hasn't sold a car in over 2 years.
Yes, you have. And no, he hasn't.
You talk straight with me, Matt Murphy.
I always do.
You treat me with respect at all times.
I do, baby.
You know what I mean. Respect. Hey, what you want? Hey, I got it. What you need? You know I got it. All I'm asking is for the respect of you. Yeah, baby, when you're I don't do you wrong while you're gone. I don't do you wrong because I don't wanna.
The way she's singing it is weird, though.
What?
The way she's singing it, this is the original act. This is the original Aretha Franklin, but the way she's singing it is so weird. It's like they sucked the soul right out of her for this movie. It's like,
I love you. That's funny.
they even say that. They even say that at the end of the clip. I'm just like, they
That's funny.
sucked the soul out of her.
That's funny. I love you.
I love you, Zay. Keep going.
That's the reason why I love you right there. It's just funny stuff like that.
That was awful.
That was
I've seen Aretha live, and she's incredible to see live. And they actually made Aretha boring, which is quite an achievement.
yeah, to just suck all the soul out of
the Aretha,
most
Yeah.
soul, and to get one
See?
guitar more than
You know what I mean?
mean
Fucking
and poor spirited.
bananas.
And last for me is Moulin Rouge! Exclamation point for some
Okay, I see
reason.
what you're
It's
saying.
so great that it is.
I didn't need to go that
This is
far.
another movie that it didn't do nearly as well as Chicago, but did well, and people loved it.
People loved it, yeah. And it started the trend of what do they call it? Found music musicals. Like, I mean, that had been done before, but this movie was a much more popular example. And then Baz Luhrmann moved on to do this with Gatsby and other movies where he has other people's songs.
Yeah, it's coming off of, this was right after Romeo and Juliet, and Baz's idea was, that was such a huge undertaking of modernizing a classical moment, that why don't we modernize a period piece musical, which is just so crazy. But,
Baz Luhrmann, in my opinion on Baz Luhrmann, he sucks.
Yeah. And evidently he wanted to do this with Leonardo DiCaprio, and shockingly enough,
Leonardo was like,
take a pass. But yeah, so have you ever wondered what that would look like, a period piece with
starring Nicole Kidman and
Ewan McGregor? The answer is it sucks. So let's check out the shit-ass trailer for this dog shit movie.
He entered a world where fantasy is real, where he could be anything he wanted, and where he would discover the most dangerous temptation of all.
Come and get me, boys. Diamonds are a girl.
This is where that came from.
I believe you were expecting me.
No, I've heard that song before.
Silly.
I think it was during the musical episode of The Flash.
Make men believe what they want to believe.
Flash is on the CW, by the way. I mean, DC and CW.
Above all things, love. Like I've never seen the sky.
You're gonna be back for business. I can tell.
I am willing to provide the financial resources to make you a star. You don't have to wear that dress tonight. I require a contract that binds Satine to me.
Oh my god, is that like Roxanne?
What?
Each other.
Okay.
Christian, believe you don't love him.
What?
Okay, find out what this movie's called.
Why?
Okay. Because I want to see Rock of Ages and I want to see this movie too.
Oh, okay.
because there's so many references to songs that I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love you.
Keep going.
Fight for me. Hurt him to save him.
Whatever happens, no matter how bad things get, we love one another.
Kill the boy.
No!
This story is about love at the Moulin Rouge.
Well played, Fatboy Slim.
New music by Fatboy Slim anchors this firmly in the 90s. It's like Tim Burton directing a musical till he actually did.
Yeah.
Like with the vibe. Then he went and did his own. So let's look at some of your Facebook results. They're the Adult Swim Facebook. What's your least favorite musical? The #1 response by a huge margin, all musicals, which I heartily agree with. Excellent work. Rent being the second least favorite, which I'm not surprised by.
Favorite or favorite?
Was one I almost picked, and I think that's more about people just being tired of it. Because, and Grease, I would say the same thing. And then La La Land, because yes, La La Land was the modern Chicago. It's going to be a movie no one talks about in 10 years, but that won a lot of accolades. It will be hopefully best remembered for almost winning the Best Picture Oscar to a much better movie, and then in the last minute,
the Warren Beatty
Moonlight, yeah. Warren Beatty fucking it up for everybody, old white man.
This is how all this. The Kids Choice Awards made a joke about that.
Tsunami Facebook picks. Once again,
I swear.
Factor all musicals, and then High School Musical, which oddly I kind of
I hate
enjoyed.
High School Musical. I'm sorry.
Phantom of the Opera was terrible. Grease and good old Cats. And Cats I don't mind because it's got cats, but it's still really bad. But
yeah, you would rather just play with a cat. For
I mean, yeah,
an hour
but
and
I
a
don't
half.
mind watching
You
people
don't like High School Musical?
ridiculous. I mean, if you're gonna do a
What?
musical, which
You
is
don't like High School Musical?
I just think it's better. It works better when you're not
Put
trying
you
to
on the planet.
be serious.
Huh?
When it's memory.
Put you on the planet. No, I'm just joking.
Really? That's like the stupidest movie I've ever seen.
They made 3 of those things.
Yeah, I don't care for. I would have watched
And like the third one was so good that they released the third one in the theaters first.
Oh my god, it's so ravey right now.
Like if they made a That's So Raven musical, would you watch that?
Oh, Ray, That's a Raven's a little better
Yes.
than High School Musical.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying. I love you.
I know. I love you too.
He's all
If it's not
moonlighting with
gravitas.
a fucking cat outfit, then that
Right.
seems to make sense to me. So that's it for what we're going to shit on today. Now let's show you a few new things. Yeah, well, I mean, there's always the chance we'll shit still. So first up is a promo for this week's episode of Dragon Ball Super. This is a topical for episode 49 of DB Super. Let's check it out.
On the next all-new episode of Dragon Ball Super. So what brought you here? Let me guess, your future's in trouble.
Well, yeah. What kind of trouble are we talking about?
Don't tell me. Is it Majin Buu?
Not him. He told us that he was Goku.
He what?
Except he wears dark clothes instead of your orange ones. So we started calling him
Yeah.
Goku.
Dragon Ball Super. This Saturday at 10:30.
Where are you, Saiyan?
Only Toonami on Adult Swim.
So that's 10:30 p.m. this Saturday night and every Saturday night until we don't have it anymore, which hopefully will be never. And then we also have a music video, and this one is a cool animated video we like, so we just wanted to throw it on the air, and it's called Transpose by Super Magic Hats. So let's check that out.
Okay, why do people do that? Like, why do people take pictures of that?
What?
We're streaming tomorrow too because we need to get these done.
I don't mind that at all.
And why do people take pictures of their food? I really have no idea.
Well, a lot of people like to brag about what
I
they
seriously have no idea why they do that though.
because they like to brag about what they eat.
Alright.
That's what I would think about.
Keep going.
Okay.
And then, Gil, you have Trash Can Sam
I do.
to do for us.
See, I knew you were going to still shit on something. You weren't done.
Oh, I wasn't shitting on it. One man's trash.
Yeah.
It's not shitting on it. I just don't care.
You don't care enough
It's not
to
the
even
same.
remember.
Not caring is not actively shitting on something.
You don't care enough to even shit on it.
Right.
Unless it just happens.
Right.
Okay.
If I wanted to shit on it, I would get way more creative. And I might.
Okay.
So why don't you go ahead?
Thank you. So this is for Nier Automata, which neither myself nor Jason had played when it came out, and was basically on all of the best of games, and when we did our favorite games looking back. So Jason was playing it. I guess you're playing it over the winter break.
Yeah, I basically got tired, amazingly started getting tired of Call of Duty. And there was literally nothing else. And in making all those best of lists, I pulled a few games that I had sort of overlooked. And
I don't do that at all.
One of them, I ended up playing it over about
I played it
2
a
or
couple
3 weeks
times.
over the Christmas break. And I really liked it, and I thought Gil would like it, and it might be a good candidate for One Man's Trash.
Yeah, and I did, and it was, as
It was
evidenced.
a real nut crusher, huh?
It was
doing what you. So the game has multiple endings. It has, in fact, 26 endings that you can only get by playing the game over and over, or certain sections over and over. And the story is confusing enough as it is, and this makes it even more confusing. So it was like a math problem. So I didn't do it. I got like 5 to the endings, which I think is plenty for the.
I gotta eat dinner in 5, so just
Continue, or
wrap all up.
should I just get off?
I do. Shit, it's not over yet.
Oh, it's not. It's got a couple more minutes. So.
Jeez.
You gonna try it or what?
Shit. Just get off. Probably not gonna be able to finish it anyway. Shit. Well, I said we're gonna.
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. That's why I said we're gonna do this tomorrow.
Bye.
Yeah.
You don't see anything to do.
There's nothing we can do.
You want to say something? You want to say something?
Yeah, sir. About like doing the thing and doing.
Yes, we'll eat and stuff like that. So we'll see you guys out tomorrow.
We'll
Bye. Good
yeah.
night.
Good night.
Good day.